And the mayor here has been accused of misusing funds. The mayor and a trustee are being sued for an alleged sexual assault against a former village employee. The village administrator now facing bankruptcy fraud charges. And today, this afternoon, federal agents popping in Village Hall looking for some information. Tonight, Mayor Tiffany Henyard posting on Facebook, pointing out that this was not a so-called FBI raid here at Village Hall, also adding in a statement, quote, "To all you clowns, that's a part of the circus. Misery needs company. I pray for you all. Stop chasing fake news."
The village of Dolton, Illinois is back in the news again after the FBI served 2 subpoenas on the Dolton City Hall. Now, the first of these subpoenas seeks personnel files, employment records, and disciplinary records regarding an individual by the name of Keith Freeman, 3 Village of Dolton police officers, and city employees. The second subpoena is particular to Mr. Freeman and seeks information that the village might have on any businesses with which he's associated.
Video appears to show those federal agents inside Village Hall Friday afternoon, where we've learned they were serving 2 subpoenas. One focuses on employment and disciplinary records of 25 Village of Dolton employees, including 3 police officers and Keith Freeman, the senior administrator recently charged with bankruptcy fraud. The other subpoena focuses on Freeman and any potential involvement with certain companies, whether or not they received any money, had business or contracts relating to the village.
So why is the FBI focusing on this individual by the name of Keith Freeman? Well, Mr. Freeman is the Dolton Village administrator, and he's also a manager of Thornton Township. He was recently indicted on federal charges regarding alleged bankruptcy fraud. Allegedly, he falsified his financial information in a financial affidavit that was submitted to a federal bankruptcy court, while at the same time concealing his employment with the village of Dolton and the income derived therefrom by funneling that money through a pass-through entity with which he was associated.
But this indictment on 1 count of bankruptcy fraud says Freeman falsely stated he only worked for the township and made just over $99,000 last year. Prosecutors say he tried to hide his Dolton earnings via a pass-through company, which brought his income to $195,000 last year. They further allege the village of Robbins has a claim against Freeman for more than $90,000 he took without authorization from a previous post he held as village administrator there. Freeman is a key player in our reporting on Tiffany Henyard because of how many roles he plays for her. In addition to the Dolton and Township jobs, Freeman also, for a time, was the registered agent of the Tiffany Henyard Cares Foundation.
This is only the latest in a series of unfortunate events that have unfolded in the village of Dolton ever since self-proclaimed super mayor Tiffany Henyard was elected mayor. Under her leadership, the village of Dolton has amassed somewhere between a $2.5 and a $7 million budget deficit. It's difficult to come to grips with that number and to get any information into that number because Mayor Henyard simply refuses to hand over any financial information to the village of Dolton trustees. Part of the village's deficit is due in large part to the $1 million in overtime pay that is being spent on police officers who make up Mayor Henyard's personal security detail. The village trustees actually enacted a measure that would have launched an investigation into Mayor Henyard's activities and the city's finances, but Mayor Henyard vetoed that measure. One of the woes facing the village of Dolton is the fact that Mayor Henyard, her security detail, and several city employees constantly take trips across the country on the taxpayers' dime. After one such trip to Las Vegas, Nevada, Mayor Tiffany Henyard, the village of Dolton, and trustee Andrew Holmes were sued by a former village employee and a police officer who attended the Vegas trip. The plaintiffs in that lawsuit essentially allege that trustee Holmes drugged the former employee and then sexually assaulted her. And then when she and the police officer brought those allegations to the attention of city officials, the city retaliated against her by firing her and demoting the police officer. 3 other former city employees have separately sued Mayor Henyard, alleging that they were fired because they refused to do political work for Mayor Henyard. In addition, there are numerous individuals who are alleging that they are being denied building permits and business licenses because they refuse to contribute to the political campaigns of Mayor Henyard. So what does all of this mean for the village of Dolton? Well, this attorney believes that the FBI is more than likely trying to get as much dirt on Keith Freeman as possible in an effort to get him to flip and provide evidence that they may be able to use against Mayor Henyard regarding all of the things that she's allegedly doing there up in the village of Dolton.
The news of the Fed's Friday visit even drawing a crowd near Village Hall, as many in the community support an investigation into Henyard's practices. The trustees even hiring former Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot this month to investigate the Dolton mayor.
Hopefully, they'll be able to bring something against her so that the village of Dolton can finally be free of the super mayor. Let me know what you think about this in the comments below. For now, my name is Nathan Saunders, and this is The Legal Good.